Well, while you were asleep in the middle of the night, Donald Trump took to his Truth Social page and posted two rather cryptic posts. The first one was 34 words in length, and the second one was about 239 words. And the Democrats are going nuts over it all. As you know, speaking of the Democrats going rather nuts, they recently came out, Alyssa Slotskin, Mark Kelly, and a couple other Democrats. And this is a reminder, all of us have seen this video, but this is going viral, that Democrats are calling for us to refuse, or calling for the military to refuse illegal orders from the president. Now, when you take that by itself, this is straight up sedition. What they have done is seditious. They've committed sedition, right? But aside from that, here's the deal. Prior to the making of that video, Democrats have been out there saying what ICE is doing is all illegal. It's illegal. And then they come out with that video and say, you can now refuse orders. We all know what the Democrats did here, and Donald Trump knows it as well, which is why I want to share this clip with Brian Kilmeade. Donald Trump went on Brian Kilmeade's show, and he made a statement about these Democrats. And basically, he said that there could be rather severe consequences for these people. Take a listen to what he says here.
Look, that was a very terrible. That was a traitorous statement. That was a horrible thing to do. I believe they broke the law very strongly. I think it's a very serious violation of the law. Yeah.
I know Todd Blanche seems to be looking into it. Your assistant deputy, or your
well,
deputy.
I think
attorney.
Pete Hegseth is looking into it too. I know they're looking into it militarily. I don't know for a fact, but I think the military is looking into it. The military courts.
Mr. President, this week.
Wow. So the military courts, he says, are looking into it. I really hope that that's the case. Now, before I dive in any further, just want to remind you, please make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. And just a quick break from my sponsor. Well, December lands right in the middle of the busiest, most stressful time of year. Between travel, holiday meals, cold weather, and higher stress, that is when our cardiovascular system works in overdrive. And that's why supporting healthy blood flow is so important right now, and why I personally started taking Blood Flow 7 from Juvenon. You see, Blood Flow 7 is scientifically designed to support healthy circulation, so you feel energized, you feel vibrant, and you feel clear-headed. It works by boosting your nitric oxide levels, a molecule that relaxes your blood vessels and helps your blood flow freely to every corner of your body, which in turn means more oxygen and nutrients to your brain, to your heart, and your muscles. With just one dose, you can reclaim your stamina, support your health and in your heart and your overall vitality. All you have to do is go to bloodflow7.com/Lisa, bloodflow7.com/Lisa, and get up to 30% off your Blood Flow 7 order today. If you want more information, click that more button or click the link in the description box below. So the good news is Donald Trump has the military looking into it. And I really hope that something becomes of this, because these Democrats had no right to go out there and literally call for the military and the intelligence communities to disobey orders. They know what they did, and it is seditious, and there is actually up to 20 years in prison that you could get for something like that. So I'm going to keep you guys up to date, and I'm going to be quite frankly pissed off if something does not happen to these Democrats. They deserve to have jail time for doing what they did. And that is where I'm standing on that particular one. Meanwhile, Mrs. Pelosi has gone way off of her rocker, and she's actually launched a straight up attack against Donald Trump for what he believes in. Now, take a listen to what she says here in this post.
Donald Trump is the worst president of the United States for America's children. The worst president American children have ever had in terms of their health, their education, the clean, safe environment in which they can thrive, including safety from gun violence, I would add, the job, economic security of their families, and a future that is fair and just in terms of yes, the planet, the air they breathe, but also the economic situation they were in. And he is giving them as a gift a $600 billion increase in the national debt for them to pay off as he takes away health care from them, takes down the Department of Education, and the rest of it. And that to this very point, the air they breathe, the water they drink, he doesn't care.
Wow. So Donald Trump doesn't care about the air they breathe, the water they drink, and they're going to be $600 billion in debt to this health care that they're never even going to have. They're not going to, unless you're illegal, by the way. Anyway, I think that's one of our worst TDS statements to date. But they always throw the children into it and pull on the heartstring of their masses because they have nothing to actually sell. If she was really honest with you, she would have told you that we are in a nightmare of a healthcare situation because of Obamacare, which was weird, right? Because your president in the past is the one, talking about Obama, who put that through. And it completely destroyed everyone. I'm pissed off that still hasn't been completely repealed. But anyway, that's Nancy Pelosi on her TDS syndrome. Now, on another note, Donald Trump in the middle of the night did post 2 Truth Social messages. And they're interesting, right? The first one is only 34 words long, but it has to do with what is going on globally, right? And here it is. Is it really possible that big progress is being made in peace talks between Russia and Ukraine? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Don't believe it until you see it, but something good just may be happening. God bless America. So there you have it. He's literally telling us, I think something big is about to happen between Russia and Ukraine. And again, this is posted at 3:35 in the morning, and he wants us to be ready for it. So I'm going to keep my eyes peeled, right? I think there is some deal that is going to be made in the very near future. There's a whole peace plan that has already been put together. Justice Knight actually did a big report on it on Restrictor Republic. Hope you guys are there. But I think we could see good things between the two. And the second thing, which is really interesting, that he posted was 239 words. And here's what he says. Despite the massive amount of money being made by the United States of America, hundreds of billions of dollars as a direct result of tariffs being charged to other countries, the full benefit of the tariffs has not yet been calculated, in that many of the buyers of goods and products, in order to avoid paying the tariffs in the short term, stock up by purchasing far more inventory than they can use. That heavy inventory purchase is now, however, wearing thin, and soon tariffs will be paid on everything they apply to without avoidance, and the amounts payable to the United States will skyrocket over and above the already historic levels of dollars received. These payments will be record-setting, and our nation on a new and unprecedented course. We are already the hottest country anywhere in the world, but this tariff power will bring America national security and wealth, the likes of which we have never seen before. Those opposing us are serving hostile foreign interests that are not aligned with the success, safety, and prosperity of the USA. They couldn't care less about us. I look so forward to the United States Supreme Court decision on this urgent and time-sensitive matter so that we can continue in an uninterrupted manner to make America great again. Thank you for the attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. So a little bit lengthy, but it was shared at 3:38 in the morning. In other words, here's the deal. One thing that Donald Trump has to get right in his presidency is our freaking economy. I am 100% for the tariffs because we've been winged out the rear end by these countries nonstop. And the Democrats have tried everything using the courts, as you see right now, it's in the Supreme Court, to try to end Donald Trump's ability to do that, which is just insane. He is trying to economically save our country. And I believe that's what he's saying in this cryptic tweet that he posts in the middle of the night. Now is the time that we have to start making a change. Now is the time that we have to get our economy right. Because look, if Donald Trump doesn't fix it, and I think one way he's going to fix it is with these tariffs. It's going to hurt for a little bit, and then we're going to see some massive progress on the other side. And he is doing everything in his power to get this done before the midterms, where we can kind of get on the other side of that. And that's why the Democrats right now have taken the tariffs to court. They want him to fail. They want our country to fail, and they want us to collapse. And that's the whole thing regarding all of this. But anyhow, I think it was very important for you to know what's going on and what is really at the heart of Donald Trump right now. One, obviously the peace between Russia and Ukraine. And the second thing that's at the heart, because a lot of those heartfelt things come out in the middle of the night when you've been thinking, right? The other thing is the economy. He wants to start focusing on that, and those are good signs. And meanwhile, you got the Democrats, like Nancy Pelosi, calling him a child hater and a Nazi. They've just lost their ever-loving minds. Anyhow, with all of that, I love you all. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.